Hello, my lovely spectators. Dee Dee here. Welcome to my studio. So, I just got this pack. I'm not even sure what possessed me to buy it. Maybe it was on sale. Anyway, but I don't recall ever having Crafted Companions paper, so I thought I would give it a try. It must have been on sale because paper is not something that we should be buying. I should be buying. Let me not say I'm not judging y'all. Anyhow, being that it was double-sided, I was kind of like, about that. But what I found interesting, just to talk about this for a minute, is that these vibrance papers over here, the backs are very, very much a subdued back. There's nothing that's like competing with it in terms of vibrancy, vibrancy. So the backs are nice and pretty, and so you don't have to compete against two really like gorgeous. You have gorgeous and you have pretty. So I thought that we would take some time today in Mass Make March and use this paper to make some tickets. So I'm gonna show you what I do to make my tickets, and I've done them in let me show you a set that I made before. Okay, I just used regular white paper, and I just inked it out, and I could stamp whatever I wanted. So I'm going to show you the process, right? So, and then they actually, you can separate them. I don't want to separate them yet. And you can actually do them on any kind of paper. I would say not copy paper. You need to have like a cardstock. This is giving me cardstock, so I'm gonna grab a sheet of this. Now we're gonna have to cut them into strips, so we are gonna have the essence of what it is, but they will make very pretty tickets, inking around the edges, and then all of that good stuff. And then you also have like a two side, so if it's too combative to what you want to put it on, you also have the back, so the back not being white. Not sure what I want to use. Everything is so pretty. Everything is so pretty. I think I'm going to take this one. The reason being is that there's a lot more little images on here, and that I think is going to fit into the tickets or have better chance of fitting into tickets. Okay. All right. So we're going to make one sheet. Oh! My bad. Sorry. Am I gonna edit that? I don't know. Ugh, whatever. It depends on what you saw. Anyway, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be cutting, we're going to be doing something across both the horizontal, right? Because this is the picture has orientation, and down the vertical. So we are going to be able to make, let's see, this is a 12, so we're going to have 6 right here times 12. So we're going to actually have, what is it, 72 tickets. We are going to have 12 strips, but we're going to have 72 tickets. So 12 strips of 6. So let me show you the options that you have in order to do this, right? So sorry, my arm is moving because, I got things all over the place. This thing here, which is a recollections, and I got it and I was like, okay, cool, because it has, the cutter, the wavy, the scoring, and it had this perforator, right? And I was like, cool, this is great, except that it only fits 9 inches, which was disappointing. So if you wanted to do this out of like regular size, 8.5 by 11, you could cut it down to like 8 by 8, and then be able to manipulate and do the same thing if you have this. Because what you want to happen, let me see, do I have a piece of scrap? Going looking for scrap. All right, let's just take a junk mail thing, right? Is you want to be able to use the perforator, and when it comes out, right, you'll see that it makes those little perforations, right? And then you actually can get that pull apart. So it's cool. I like it. It was cool, but it is limiting in that of the 9, right? So the other thing that I've heard about and seen and decided to get was this guy. This is actually something that is for, I think, fabric, if I'm not mistaken. And it has these little teeth. They're not sharp, right? I mean, well, you press them hard enough, you're going to hurt yourself. But they're not really that sharp, right? Or at all. And it rolls, as you can see. And it will make little holes for you, which will give you perforation. I think maybe $2-3 at the most for. I'll link it down below if I got it off of Amazon, which I think I did get off of Amazon. But anyway, this is what I'm going to use because this also will, if you put it into a scoreboard. So now I'm going to wind up using this one here because I have a track to start in, and then I'm going to follow that track. And this one creates the holes as well. Now they're very much closer, right? But same thing. So you get that look. So this is what we're going to do. And you're going to see how fast it is with the right tools and strategy that you can do it, right? The other thing you need is going to be a 1/4 inch hole punch. That's your regular hand punch, but you really need to have one that you can see the back. Okay, so now let's take our paper. Okay, and so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to actually make the perforations. Okay, so we want our strips of tickets because our tickets are going to be 2 inches long by 1 inch wide. So we want our strips to be cut this way, but I'm not going to cut them first. I'm actually going to perforate the whole entire sheet first, which means I'm going to turn it and I'm going to perforate at 2 inches, right? So 2 inches on the scoreboard is here. I'm going to lay this here. I'm going to get this tool into the track and I'm going to just bring it down, right, and follow the track. Okay. If you skip, don't go back over it because you'll wind up actually cutting it too much. Then I'm going to bring this line up to the 2 inch mark, right, that I just perforated. So now I have 2 inches, 2 inches. Okay. I'm going to put it in there and slowly, no need for speed, there. And then I'm going to move it again. So now we've made 2 of them. Okay. Meaning 2 tickets. Now we're going to do it one more time. So, I mean, this is really an easy kind of like, even by watching the TV. So I skipped a couple. I'm just going to go on those spots. I'm not going to go all the way back up. I'm going to go where I skipped. That comes from kind of like leaning it and trying to go too fast. So now I'm going to move it again. Right. So again, so once you have it in, try to keep it positioned straight up and down. See, I kind of went crooked this way. Okay, and that may be also because of the angle of the way I'm sitting. Okay, there we go. And then we have one more. Now I will say that it will become a little bit what's the word, delicate at some point, but that's okay. You know, we're just gonna, all right, there we go. All right, so that's done. So what you're gonna have now is, let's see on the back, you can see it because it's lighter. You're gonna have all your perforations, right? And they're very close. Now I will say that this, like I said, brings it a lot closer, but that scoreboard one is limiting. Unless you could find one that has the perforator that is much bigger. Oh, you know what else? Hold up a second. We might do another one of these sets in a minute. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to put your trimmer back together, and if you're able to take the blade out of the way, right? And we want to make our strips of 1 inch. That's a really good size for a ticket. You could do a 2 inch, right? Let's do one just to have it. You could do a 2 inch and you would have 2 inch tickets, right? And that's perfectly fine, right? I don't have any like that, so might as well do that. But we want to kind of do the 1 inch. Let me show you right here. And that's going to give you the vibe. Now you're going to tell me it doesn't look like a ticket because we're not done with augmenting it. So let's do another ticket of 1 inch. Okay. Okay. And another ticket for 1 inch. Okay, I'm looking for the 1 inch. Okay, and another, let's do another 2 inch because I don't have that. Okay, and then another 1 inch. Okay. Another 1 inch. Another 1 inch. And actually that should leave us a 2 inch. So you know what, let's do that. We get 3 2 inches, and we're gonna get 1 2 3 what is it, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So we have 6 strips of tickets, 6 tickets each. So we've got 36 tickets here, and then we've got these kind of bigger ones, stamp ones, that are here. If you wanted to, you could probably go close to the edge and get the little dots there, if that mattered. Okay, but now how do we make them look like tickets, right? Or actual, has an actual separation. So gosh, I feel like I'm crooked. I'm having all kinds of issues with my camera. Sorry. All right, is to take the 1 inch. I'm gonna come up real close, as close as I can. I don't know if you can see it or not. Is you're gonna try to, I'm just gonna hold it for a minute. Hopefully you can see it, right? You're gonna go on the perforation to the middle, and then you're gonna go about halfway and pop a circle. Okay, and then you're gonna go on the other side, do the same thing, and you're gonna start to see your tickets form. Okay, there'll be some irregularity if you're not consistent. I mean, I'm showing you, so I didn't go as deep in, right? And so you're gonna be like, oh my goodness, that's a lot to pop and stuff. Yeah, well, what I did was I did it half, so at least I know that my punch can go through two thicknesses. So I'm just gonna be able to do that, right? And then I'll turn it over, and I'll do, where is it? Yeah. And there, I need some light. On the top, you're gonna put it like this. Let me see if I can show you. Right? You got the little corner, so you got it halfway down and halfway in. Pop that. And on the other corner, I don't think we had done it. I'm gonna do the same thing. Okay. Over here, when you have the fold, you're gonna do the same thing. Halfway in, halfway up. Okay. Halfway in, halfway up. And there we go. We have our lovely tickets, postage stamps, whatever you want to call these guys. Okay, so that's how you can mass make a bunch of these guys here. I just remembered that I had another tool, so let me see if that tool would actually work with the scoreboard. Now, where did you go? I know I just saw you. No, right? Of course, you want to disappear now. Sorry, I gotta reach. Oh, it's not in there. Where are you? Okay, what I'm looking for is the Tim Holtz perforator. I know I have one. I didn't think about that beforehand, so now I'm kind of wasting time here. But if you have a Tim Holtz perforator, I just wanted to see how that would look. That would work out really great here as well. Except that now it's in my brain, but it's not in my possession. So that's pretty much it. If you wanted to, you could also link them up together because they will match and just go down as you would, like that. So, yeah, and I don't think that this is that bad of a thing. We have so much paper. You can do it on a scrap as well, right? And like that. Go to the top, do the little corner. There we go. Go to the bottom here, do the corner, flip it over, do our corner. Okay. And of course, if you wanted to do it on paper that was not decorated, you can do that. And that would be something that would then be a base for other decoration. This is also a base you could add to this, right? So now we have them, and we have these, right? Okay, and the same thing here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let me see if my punch will go through 3 of them. So we'll just make sure that we have to hold them tightly together. If you don't know that you can't do that, then you might want to get a binder clip to kind of hold them. But I'm looking for the same thing in the center. Just gonna punch wherever I see the perforation. I missed it, but I'm not gonna worry about that because it's still gonna look cutesy. I think I need to get additional light. That's what's happening. Yeah, okay. Yeah, my light is a little bit dark today for some reason. Well, not for some reason. I have an overhead that I was using from a while ago. But then the other night, I was doing some videos and I heard crackling. And it was coming from where the plug was. So it kind of freaked me out. So I'm like not wanting to kind of do that now, right? And stuff. So yeah, so you know, again, I'm trying to show you I'm working in not the best conditions, but we're getting the job done. It's these are elements that we wouldn't, I don't think you would use the full strip. We will be taking it apart, using parts of it, using a couple at a time, whatever the case is. And so, yeah, this is a super easy one. So I'm like inclined to do another thing with you guys, but I don't know. Let's see. That's because then that would be a day that I don't have a video. But I'm trying to have a video every day for Mass Make March, as well as starting the 100-day project. So, you know, I'm adding to that. So I'm trying to get from March 1st until whatever day it is in June, that would be 100 days. And that would be a huge accomplishment for me. And I was thinking that, you know, it'd be fun. And I've actually been pre-recording a lot of the Mass Make videos to be able to sit down on the weekend and schedule the different ones. So I don't even know what day this is going to come out. I don't know in what order or what is going to be happening at that moment. But yeah, I just want to be able to, you know, take some downtime. And the other day I sat here for like almost an hour, I think it was, maybe a little bit less, die cutting buttons with a button die, just to have in my stash. Earlier today I die cut a bunch, not die cut, I punched a bunch of tabs so that I would replenish my tab stash. So even though we love to create, there are times when we need to make the basics, the necessities, right? And so this is kind of one of those things. We need to have tickets, because at some point, do we have to keep on buying the stuff? If we have paper, we can kind of, you know, make it. So here I'm off. I'm gonna try to offset it a little bit. That's not gonna bother me, and I'll show you in a minute what I would probably do when I'm looking at the tickets to use. Okay, so we got a bunch of little pieces all over the place, and that's okay. So that one that's really funky, well, if we have it, and we're gonna tuck this behind something, right? And of course, once we have the tickets, let's set this one up. We're going to be able to what do you call it, just ink them up, right? And they're going to be able to give us that depth and dimension. We're going to fold it, ink this lightly to add a little bit here. Okay, now once you fold and you fold it back, it gets a little more ginger. Now noticing that the flower is up, I would do that. And that's how I would layer it into my piece of whatever I'm working on. So there you go. So easy to ink it up. And over here, I have the same thing. I have like a little bit of a funkiness going on. With this one, I could clean it up easily because I'll just go in and make the correction to the snap, right? And down here. So even though you're doing the multiple, you may have some cleanup, but that's okay. You know, you can clean it up if you really feel like you want to, or you don't have to. So there we go. That's how you can mass make a bunch of tickets. Easy peasy. And oh my god, why am I trying to clean up? I'm sorry. 3 o'clock in the morning, guys. Oh, sorry, that was a yawn. Yeah, mass make some tickets. Ink them up before, leave them out there. If you want to ink them up in different colors depending upon your project, that's the case. Let's look at how this looks. Over here, let's look at a big one, right? I don't know about these ink pads. I feel like maybe it's like I'm not thinking that I'm using them as much as, see, that one's a little too, not too deep for me. I like it a little deeper. I'll just, you know, adjust it. There you go. Adjust the other side. And the reason for that is because we're doing it, and I didn't mention it earlier, even though they're from the paper pad and we're doing it 1 inch, 1 inch, and we're told that the paper is 12 inches, possibly not the case. So machine can be slightly off. So just take that with a grain of salt. Right? All right, and look how that looks. That looks beautiful. All right, even by itself, add a little something. So you have this, you could make them this side. You can make them longer, right? You can make them narrower depending upon your orientation of your picture. So you have options, but this is what you need to do. Pretty much this is all that you need to have, something that could do the perforations. It doesn't have to be this. It probably, the Tim Holtz one would work. If I remembered, where did I put it? I don't know where I put it. It's so frustrating, guys. But it's also frustrating because I got a ton of stuff over here that I just don't know. Oh, everything was just hanging out in my cart and now it's gone. All right, I'm not gonna hold you any longer. This was my mass make quick little video today from me. If you're new, please consider liking. If you've been here before, thank you so much for always being here, returning. Hope you've enjoyed or gotten something from this video, and maybe you'll give this a try. If you can, oh my god, yo, I am blind. I must have taken them out and put them on the side, but because this is my mouse pad, guys. I put them on the side and I didn't even see it. Oh my word. Okay, let's rewind. Where's the perforator one? Let's see here. Yeah, this is the perforator one. So let's take that bad boy out. All right, so I guess we're gonna be doing another little something something. Okay, so the perforated one is the black one. Okay. Whew. Yeah, I keep them all together. I keep my distressor. I also have a blade. I don't know if he has one that's like a scorer. I'm not sure. And then I also have these guys, which I found very helpful with taking apart books and whatnot. And just in general, I mean, if you I know this is for like for envelopes. I hardly use it for envelopes because I forget. And like I said, I have the distressor. So now let's take a look and see if this bad boy will work. So let's grab a different type of piece of paper. Now, we want paper that has a little bit of thickness to it. I'm gonna just grab whatever's on the side over here. Okay, we're gonna grab some wood. And let's see. Let's make them. Let's make them 1.5. So we're gonna make something that's a little different. So let's see if this is gonna work in here. So we're gonna find the groove, and we're gonna see. Now I might have messed up the front. Again, you have to kind of keep it in the track. Okay. So let's see the other side. How did I not get it? I think it doesn't work being in the track. So because this is probably blocking it. Let's try one more time. Okay, I'm in the track. Oh, there it goes. Let's see. Nope, it is too aggressive. So, how do I use this then? Maybe that's why I was just like off to the side. It has a little bit of perforation. Maybe I'm pressing too hard. Let's see here. So, no, it's not doing anything. Okay, you heard it? You heard it? I heard it. Maybe I need to use a regular scoreboard? I don't know. Alright, I'm not endorsing Tim Holtz's thing. Because I can't get it to work right. Alright, let's see. Oh, okay. No, see, yeah, it does. It's very sensitive. I don't know. Maybe because this track is too deep, it's not. I mean, it's some place it did it, and some places it didn't. All right, so yeah. All right, we're gonna save this for another time. So let's go back to the goodbyes. I'm sure that this is user error, so do not quote me on any of this. I'm just being, a freca. He has a perforator. I just don't know how to use it. So I will stick to my little sewing tool and then keep it from there. Anyway, so I was always saying, like, comment, subscribe. Maybe you could tell me where is the best way to use this so you can actually get perforations without cutting the paper. That would be awesome. And until next time, I will see you later. Ciao, ciao. Bye.